I've been in a really weird position recently, and I don't mean that one where you're squatting underneath the table in the living room, rubbing reduced salted butter into your bare thighs. No, I'm talking about trying to figure out an approach to talk about probably the coolest fucking game I've played in a long time, Devil May Cry 5. The series has always been cool, but this game takes the cool biscuit jar, and your cool kitchen. It's marvellous, it's challenging, and it's a pure throwback to the glory days of the PlayStation 2. Where to start? Well, they say you eat first with your eyes, although I imagine that would be pretty messy and uncomfortable, although it would explain why Joe's always covered in mayonnaise. Anyway, I'm not going to obsessively talk about how stunning Devil May Cry 5 is, but the beauty of this game is in the design. The locations are brilliantly inventive and the attention to detail is amazing. Red Grave is full of little British things like those orange road barriers, cheap, bright, white garden furniture, and a huge tree that lives on human blood. For me, the beauty of the design is realised best in the legions of demons you'll meet and beat throughout the game. There's a few series long stays that rock up from time to time, but otherwise you'll find enemies that are covered in pulsating, engorged veins with their wild eyes and blunt weapons coming your way. Its thematic design at its best, the corrupted nature of the Qliphoth controls and destroys everything it touches. It's both beautiful and horrific, which sums up the game pretty well. Talking about beautiful, let's finally talk about the three gorgeous elephants in the room, Dante, Nero, and your big sandaled goth boyfriend V. Starting with Dante and Nero, these boys are seriously good looking. Dante looks older than before with some embarrassingly sparse silver stubble, but he's the perfect evolution of that original design, so daft and over the top that he goes from being cool to uncool and all the way back around to being cool again. Nero is more distinct this time around, no longer a Dante-alike with a selection of very cool robotic arms, replacing that big daft kind of looking demon arm from Devil May Cry 4. Nero's youth still shines through though, adding to his cocksure attitude and the massive tantrums when he feels left out. V is the newborn class, and he's something else entirely. While Dante and Nero are definitely two very sexy peas in an even sexier pod, V is scrawny, weaker, and far more mysterious. He looks like Kylo Ren's wee brother, although he's covered in very on-trend tattoos. V's fighting style is completely fresh for the series too, giving a nice variety to the action. Essentially, he's like the Pokemon trainer from Smash Brothers, using Shadow for melee, Griffin for projectile attacks, and Nightmare for when everything has gone wrong. He's fresh, fun, and exactly what this game needed to knock it to the next level. It would be foolish of us to finish a review of a Devil May Cry game without mentioning that this entry in the series is head and shoulders above not just this series, but pretty much every other hack and slash game going at the moment, even, whisper it, Bayonetta 2. Dante has access to an incredibly varied selection of weapons, from more pedestrian swords and gauntlets to magic hats, double rocket launchers and an actual motorbike, while Nero has a plethora of devil breakers to choose from, with abilities ranging from big electric shocks to actually being able to slow down time. You unlock loads of moves for each weapon, and in Dante's case, his fighting styles too, and stringing together combos is as satisfying as ever. Even for a pretty bad Devil May Cry player like myself, regularly getting S, double S and even triple S ranked combos isn't out of the question. Devil May Cry 5 blew my mind in the same way the original did almost 18 long years ago, and I'll be genuinely surprised if 5 better games get released this year. In fact, I'll be very surprised. Get it?